sip of the drink, and then we'll do it again. Hey, Pop Rockers, how you going? Paul with you right now. Just having a nice sip of coffee. Hey, we recently sat down with Reija and we spoke about her project, Any Girl. Now, if you're into pop music, you're going to love Any Girl. She's got 4 songs out, and they're very good songs. They're great songs, smashing songs, bangers. I don't know what else I can do to say about these songs. They're great. So we sat down and spoke to Reija and about Any Girl and what's coming up in the future. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video where we'll play one of Reija's songs and enjoy the video. And we'll see you at the end. Don't forget to like, love, share, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Leave your comments down below and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Hey, Reija, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for joining us on Pop Rock Radio. So,
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
No, anytime. Now, I found your music quite by chance. I actually, I don't know how I found it because I think I may have seen it on AMRAP.
Oh, yeah.
But we're not allowed. We're currently not available to the music on AMRAP. We were before, but we currently don't have access to it. And I think I did a Google of your songs and found Talk About You. Amazing song. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. So my kids and everyone who knows me reckons I've got the music taste of a 12-year-old girl, but but I've got to say, the songs you have for Any Girl on Spotify, Talk About You, Too Far Gone, Into the Black, and Underachiever. If 12-year-old girls are listening to them tracks, they'd have to be pretty mature 12-year-olds, and because I love it. I can't get enough of listening to them on. I got it on my Spotify here, and I only use Spotify for research, but I've been just listening to it on repeat. So it's
awesome. Thank you. Thanks for the streams.
I'll be clicking over. And so tell us about Any Girl project. How did it come about? And what's it all about?
Well, yeah, I've been doing music for a long time. And like I used to do, well, I still do a lot of vocals for drum and bass, like feature vocals. And so I've been in like the dance music industry for a long time. But I've always really loved pop music and especially like synth heavy pop music, like 80s new wave and stuff like that. And as much as I love doing dance music, it doesn't allow me to fill that hole of like just good pure pop music. And I think pop music is quite freeing because most genres, they have like a set of rules, like with drum and bass, you're kind of like expected to do things a certain way, and pop music for me just doesn't have any rules. Like you can do whatever you want. So like I released a couple of singles, like solo singles under Reija Lee, but and they did really well, but it's just that my audience on Spotify was like so drum and bass geared that I felt like it wasn't being served to the right audience, even though I do have some crossover there, and I just wanted it to be like a fresh start. So maybe a year or two ago I started like putting the plans in place to start a new project, and then 6 months ago I launched Any Girl.
Cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I did read that you've done work with Shock One.
Yes.
What track was that?
We've done a few tracks together. He's my brother.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I've been pumping him on Pop Rock Radio for ages and on the website. And
yay!
In our chats, we always go talk about Shock One because it's like, there's one track that he had just recently. Hearts on Fire. Yes.
Oh, that's one of my favorites as well.
Oh man,
so good. Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get him to say hello because that's an amazing. Well, you must have an amazing family if you're all. Is it your brother's musical? Your musical? Is it running the family?
Yeah, we do. We come from a musical family. our parents always played in bands
Yep.
like growing up, and our dad is a sound engineer as well.
Yep.
So yeah, we pretty much just grew up in music, like helping dad set
Yep.
up shows and set up PAs and mixing and stuff like that. And yeah, like just being taught by our parents to play instruments. And yeah,
Yeah.
we're just surrounded by it, really. Very lucky.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I honestly did not know Shock One was your brother. I just wrote it down on my notes then because I remember reading about it on one of your profiles that said you'd done work with Shock One and a few others, and I'm like, oh, I gotta, yeah. Because I know,
Yeah.
because Hearts on Fire, yeah, that was
Yeah,
playing
like,
on pop rock radio for ages, and I still in the cycle. Yeah.
oh yeah, sick. It's
Yeah.
such a good one. Yeah, and his album is coming out in like a couple weeks,
Yeah.
I think. So lots of exciting stuff coming out of there. But yeah, we wrote our first song together, oh god, a long time ago. The first track we did together was Polygon.
Yep.
And I think, I'm trying to rack my brain for how long ago it was. I think I was about like 20, so
Yep.
probably 15 years ago.
Yep.
I'm showing my age.
You don't look it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that kind of Polygon blew up
Yep.
in the UK, and then we moved to London together
Yep.
for a few years and lived together over there. And yeah, we've just been working together ever since.
Yeah, because
It's an easy relationship, you know, when you know
Yeah.
each other so well. It's easy to get like the best out of each other
Yeah.
in a writing capacity. Yeah.
It would have been wicked living in London doing EDM and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was. Like it's definitely tough, like because it's so expensive to live, but definitely one of the best things I ever did. And I was very sad when I left. I had to leave not by choice. It was because of like visa issues, unfortunately. But I love where I live now. It's nice to be home. Yeah, thank you.
So all we've got to do now is try and work out how we can get more people to listen to it, because I kid you not,
I know.
they're brilliant songs. Yeah, they're really great. I can't get enough of them. And I'm sounding like a fangirl or something now. I'm just going all gaga. But no, they are truly, really good songs. So yeah, congratulations on that. So, but I'm going to, I don't mean to be controversial, but we're going to probably get a bit controversial, especially in and around WA. Where does an artist like yourself go to perform on a Friday or Saturday night?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I've spoken about this in interviews before. So I like controversial.
Yeah.
But yeah, something that
Swift.
something that I'm pretty passionate about is the fact that I don't think Perth has enough of a pop scene.
No.
You know, we have plenty of people here that listen to pop music, but there's no like local scene for it. And that's kind of something that I want to drive moving forward. So that's kind of one of my goals, is to build more of a pop scene here. Because, you know, there's plenty of a scene for indie bands and like rock bands, and they kind of just like take center stage when it comes to Perth music. And even when it comes to, you know, like RTR, like most of their, I mean, I know they play like a lot of different genres of music, and props to them for that. But when it comes to pop music, I feel like a lot of anything that's kind of commercial leaning kind of gets ignored because it's too commercial. And then if you're too commercial for RTR, but you're like not commercial enough for Triple J, then where do you sit? You know?
Sit on pop rock radio, because
this
is our 4th year, and that's because I get off on pop rock, pop music. I love it. And I've been DJing for years and years and years. I used to DJ down here in Rockingham, and there's a new club actually has opened up in Rockingham for people who are older and more refined, that like to get dressed up.
I think I saw this online.
Yeah,
I think I saw this. Yeah.
Well, I've been speaking to them, and they're happy for me to recommend bands and people to go there. So we're going there on Friday to see Cav Temple. So yeah, we're gonna
Awesome.
have to do
Yeah, I would
yeah.
love to do a show in Rocco.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking now on Pop Rock Radio. Simple Minds are up, so a bit of I think because we're in 90s hour, 80 because we have 80s hour, 90s hour.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Real Life come out in beginning of 1990, 91. So I think we're either finishing 80s hour or we're just starting 90s hour. But later in the afternoon, we play like nothing but pop music. It's getting thrown on there. So
Awesome.
yeah,
I can't wait to have a listen.
well, I've got to get onto AMRAP and see if we can get access to the music. But if I can't, I'll be flicking you a message saying send me MP3 files and I'll get them straight
Yeah,
up
of
there.
course.
Yeah,
I'd be happy to. Yeah.
no, it'd be awesome.
No, I'm so glad you found it because it's the first time that. So this track is the 4th single.
Yep.
And up until now, like my tracks have been on AMRAP, but Talk About You is the first one to get into the top 10.
Yep.
On AMRAP, and it's been in the top 10 for 4 weeks in a row. That's like an achievement for me.
I'm surprised that other stations don't pick it up, like commercial, Nova.
Yeah, well, like know,
but
commercial stations don't pick anything up unless it's already been blasted on Triple J.
Yeah, it's like we do a weekly show, the Weekly Wrap, and Tom, who helps me out with that, he was going on about the Grammys and saying, "Oh, should we talk about the Grammys and this and that?" And I said, "Look, what's the point? It's everyone who's won a Grammy or in the Grammys, they're in that little purple circle that."
Oh yeah, exactly. They don't need your support. They're fine.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift, man, I go like cut sick on Taylor Swift. She's destroying.
Like you like her or you don't?
Oh no, I like some of her songs, her earlier songs.
Yeah.
But with what she's done with re-recording her own music and cutting out the record labels, and that's destroying the record industry. Record labels aren't going to invest in artists, especially if they're good and they're going to become successful. Why would you invest in someone who's going to pull their music and record it again and bypass the system?
I don't. To be honest, I don't know much about the ins and outs of what happened with her relationship with her label, but I mean, I feel like labels aren't putting that effort in anyway, are they?
Yeah, well, I don't
well, especially not like major labels. Maybe more independent labels are.
It wasn't her label who owned the music though. It was Scooter Braun owned the rights to the music. He bought the catalog, so he actually owned the recordings. So as you can, like anyone can go buy the recordings and own the recordings. If you've got enough money, you can buy them. But then what she does as well, and she's doing it again now. She did it at the Grammys and announced her next album. What she does, on her last album, she dumped 10 tracks onto the public saying, "Here's my new music, bang." And she didn't say which ones were good, which ones were bad, which is the lead single, which one's not the lead single. So everyone went out and listened to the 10 songs. So when everyone listens to those 10 songs, she took up the top 10 spots on the charts. But 9 out of them 10 songs were crap. Yeah.
But she's got a dedicated following, and you can't argue with that. And I suppose that's like,
well, they can't hear anyone else's music.
Interesting but smart decision. Yeah.
I mean, they don't get to hear anyone else's music because there's always
taken up by the top 1%. I mean, that's the state of the music industry now anyway on Spotify. Crazy. Like it's always taken up by the people who are already successful and already have that algorithm support. So it's definitely an issue for sure.
Yeah. Well, we've got to set up a campaign, Team Any Girl.
Yeah.
And just get it out there.
Yeah. We need a new streaming platform. That's what we need. We need some kind of platform that actually pays artists.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. Hey, yeah. Well, we wanted to try. I tried looking into getting setting up a radio station that we could transmit, so we could get music from AMRAP, and I had the whole plan of local pop music, local artists, get them going, and play them alongside the mainstream. Yeah. And it's not even worth.
Yeah. Tough. big job, I can imagine.
I just got shut down from the very, very beginning. There's no bandwidth available.
Yeah.
Go join a community radio station. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So what's
sucks.
next? What do you got coming up next? Do you have any more singles coming?
I do. I have a new single called Unbreakable coming out on the 29th of Feb.
Ooh,
and I wrote it with my brother.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, so it's not a Shock One track. It's definitely an Any Girl track, but we I had an idea and I produced like a demo, and then I went to him and I was like, what do you think of this? And then we kind of worked on it together and stuff. But yeah, it's how do I explain it? It's kind of like an epic pop / dance influenced summer banger.
Yeah. Now I'm going to make a quick comment. Normally when you speak to musicians or something like that, they want to show off their studio and they have guitars and everything behind them. You've got shoes.
I was wondering if you were going to bring this up. I was like, oh God, like where should I sit in the house? Yeah, because I gave up. I used to have a studio space and I gave it up just because it was costing me too much money. And I also I suffer from a chronic illness and like mad ADHD as well. So the process of like leaving the house to go to a studio is actually, it doesn't work for me. Like I work better if I'm just have it at my fingertips at home and can do it like when the motivation strikes. So yeah, I work from home now, and then I just go like I still have access to a studio to record like final vocals and stuff like that. But when I'm just writing, I just work from home. And yeah, so this is like essentially my study / wardrobe. They are all mine and my boyfriend's sneakers.
So I'm looking over there and I'm like, they're in distance. I can't really tell which ones they are there, but I can see a couple of matching pairs and
there's a lot. Me and my boyfriend are very into sneakers, and that's probably only like a third of what we own.
What brand do you like? What brands?
Let's see. Most of the ones up there are Nike, few Adidas. My boyfriend really likes Jordans. We've got a few Jordans.
Do you get any of the custom shoes? Isn't there a shoe shop that does custom sneakers in Perth?
Is there one in Perth?
There
I don't know.
I remember
like the Nike ID shops?
No, it was an independent one. It wasn't a Nike. It was one down. I'm trying to think of the street. Do you know where the RAC Arena is?
Yep.
On that street, but closer to Perth, there used to be like a shop there that had, there was a card and collectible shop. I don't know if it's still there or not. But if you come closer to Perth, there's all these buildings along that street there. There used to be a sneaker shop. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know about it. My boyfriend probably would know what you're talking about. He's more of a sneakerhead than I am.
Yeah.
I just dabble.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would probably know.
Yeah. I was checking out your website. I tell you what, it's one of the best looking websites for an music artist that I've seen in a long time.
Oh, thank you. Like, I made it myself.
It actually looks like someone like you've put effort into it. Other people just there it is. But
yeah, that's the ADHD.
Yeah.
It's like my over perfectionist brain, and I just like hyper focus on something for way too long.
Yeah.
And yeah, the website was definitely one of those cases.
Yep.
I still haven't got around to fixing it for mobile, but it looks pretty good on a desktop.
Yeah. Do you sell much merch?
I do. Like when I launched my merch run for Any Girl, it sold really well.
Yep.
I still have a few things left over on the site that I'm trying to get rid of before I do another merch run. I'll probably do a new design for my album, which will come out in, I think it's like April.
Yep.
I'm gonna put the album out.
I've got to get a T-shirt, so I'm going to get online later on today and order a T-shirt.
Yay! Yay!
So,
thank you.
Yeah, because we love repping bands and things. So yeah, we get on there.
do it.
Yeah, without a
And
doubt.
you know, like my merch is, again, it's one of those like passion projects for me because my boyfriend is a graphic designer and he's also we both work at Rusty Clothing, so we're both involved in the fashion industry, and so we are quite passionate about like clothing design and certain T-shirt cuts. And
I designed my own. I designed our T-shirts.
Yeah, sick. That's sick.
Pretty plain on Photoshop, but yeah. So how did you come up with the name Any Girl?
A lot of brainstorming at work. I had all input from my workmates, and we were kind of brainstorming. And I don't know, I had a lot of ideas. I liked the word girl. And especially because this project being just like straight up pop music was really an opportunity for me to lean into my femininity, which I've never really done before. I have always been a bit of a tomboy. So doing
sneakers.
And so, you know, doing things that are more girly and having like album covers or single covers that are like pink and neon and stuff like that is it's something new for me to lean into that. So I really wanted to use the word girl. And Any Girl just popped into my head because I was like, I'm a Gemini, so I'm kind of like split personality, although I think for me it's more like 10 personalities. So I was like, I feel like me as an individual, I'm like a lot we all have so many facets of who we are and so many roles that we play in life, and it's all of those things combined that make us who we are. And it was also kind of made sense for me because like it's genreless in my opinion, so any girl can be like anything you want it to be. So it doesn't have to be drum and bass, it doesn't have to be pop, like it doesn't have to be rock, like it allows me to do anything I want to do. So Any Girl as a name was basically about giving myself the freedom, like creative freedom to do anything.
What I thought, this is just more like overactive brain clicking in the gear, that the stories behind the songs could come from any girl. That's what I thought. Well, maybe that's the catch. It was like these stories are like could come from anyone, but that's what I thought.
I'm so glad you said that, because that's what I like. You know, what I want to do with my music is I want it to be relatable. I want people to hear a song and be like, you know, with Talk About You, the whole idea was that anyone can listen to that song and be like, oh my God, I know someone like that. You know? Like we've all met someone at some point in our life where we're just like, oh, can you just like stop talking?
Just for 5 minutes. Because I was looking at like you see the picture on Spotify for Too Far Gone, and you're like hanging out the car. You look like you're having a ball of fun there.
We shot that. So like all of the single artworks are all done by me and my boyfriend. We do all the photography and everything for it. And with that one, we just went out to my friend's farm and
did some doughies.
Drove a car down literally like just drove a car down an empty street and hung out the window backwards. And
are you north or south?
Technically north. I'm east at the moment. I'm in Bassendean.
I was going to say, if it's north, you have to cut this off.
Well, I grew up in Hillary's, so I am a northern suburbs girl.
That's right. We'll forgive you. Because it's great because Well, we've got big plans for Pop Rock Radio in this next 12 months. We got some really huge plans, and helping artists produce video clips is going to be one of those things. We're going out,
Awesome. I
hopefully buy
love
some
that.
gear and stuff. So yeah, if you ever want a video, give us a yell. If we've got the gear, we'll come and help.
Definitely. I
Yeah,
think that's really cool because, so many artists like myself, like anyone who's
yeah,
independent, we often have like really amazing ideas,
yeah,
but just don't have the funding or the equipment to be
yeah,
able to pull it off.
yeah,
And it's such a shame that those things don't get to happen just because of money, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Well, we're going to do our bit this year. We're going to do a big push. Someone said to us the other day, why don't you do like a donation day where we just stream and just get people to donate? So we're gonna do our own little telethon in a few
Yeah.
weeks. So
Sick. Do it.
yeah,
I'll push it. I'll
yeah,
post it on my socials.
no, it's wicked. But all right, we're gonna have to start winding up because I'm pretty sure you've got stuff to go and
Yeah.
do. I could be sitting here talking for ages. People start getting jealous and start talking. But
Yeah, I'm definitely a chatterbox.
yeah, yeah. Well, anything about pop music, I love pop music, and I love local pop music as well. So there's
Yeah.
there is heaps and heaps around Australia of great pop music. You've got Royal Drew over in Victoria. You've got Ella and Sienna, the sisters that do country music in South Australia.
Mm.
We
Mhm.
spoke to a guy in Brisbane 2 nights ago. We spoke to, I don't know if you remember him. Do you remember back in 2008, Wes Carr won Australian Idol?
Where's Carr?
Yeah, he had the
The
song.
name rings a bell.
Yeah,
Maybe I feel like if I saw his face,
yeah.
I'd
Back then
recognize him.
he was huge. He was everywhere. 2010 feels like Whoa was Song of the Year. It was on the most played track in Australia. We actually got to speak to him this morning. He's over in Nashville.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I've got
That's cool.
another. I'm speaking to another girl this evening. Not her name's not another girl, but I'm speaking to another artist tonight. But there is just so many out there just making such great music that there's
Yeah, and it's just so hard to cut through because
yeah,
it's so oversaturated,
yeah,
and our attention spans are so small
yeah. Thanks to TikTok.
nowadays with,
Yeah,
with all the technology that we're faced with all the time. So yeah, it is really hard to cut through. So
yeah,
thank you
yeah.
for like doing what you do
No,
because
anytime. When you got your next song, let
it's
us
quite
know.
special.
Yeah, let us know when you
Yeah,
got
I
your next
will
track.
for sure.
We'll get it up and out and about, and
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
so yeah, because we're actually we're growing. We're going from a team of 2 to a team of 4 over the next 2 weeks. And
Awesome.
yeah,
Congrats.
three of us here in WA. So we'll be going out shooting social media stuff, actually going out and talking to people on the street and saying, "Have you heard this person? Have you listened to that person? Why aren't you listening to this?"
Yeah, I
And
love that stuff.
yeah, and then we're going to shame people on TikTok when they say they don't know.
Love it. Love
Yeah,
some banter.
yeah. Well, thank you very, very much for joining us and taking time out of your day. And
Yeah, no worries.
yeah,
Thanks for having me.
no, anytime. I'm pretty sure we'll get you back pretty soon. And once you release your next track, we'll be pumping that as well. So,
Awesome. Thank you.
no worries.
All right.
Cool.
Cheers.